Hey guys, this is Kieran from Eccentric Physio, and today we're looking a little bit at exercises that are going to help you build some mid-range strength in your spinal extensors. Now, it's a useful movement pattern to develop, hip hinging, whether you're going into more of a squat pattern or a deadlift pattern. It's not the be end and end all, but it's a pattern that is useful to have because it's a pattern that we use daily. And so kind of like greasing the groove, where the more you use it, the better you get at it. Whether you want to turn this into a performance thing and compete, or just be able to do it and be able to pick up your shoes. I'm not talking necessarily about perfect techniques today, but more about this is generally what it looks like and this is generally how it's useful. So this is a goblet squat, or variations of goblet, because it looks like a goblet when you hold the weight. It doesn't mean that you have to squat this way, but we're just looking generally what the movement looks like. Why is it useful? Well, sit to stand tests are a predictor for mortality, and they can be correlated with sarcopenia, which is muscle wasting as you get older. And there's particular numbers or sort of baselines that you'd want to be able to be at depending on your age group. These tests are a little more relevant as you get older, but still a useful pattern to have, retain, or get back. So as I pick the weight up, I'm not thinking too much about specifics yet. I'm just going to hold it like so, here, nice and close to my body, and I'm just going to sit down like I'm trying to find a chair behind me. So some of you might find it useful to have a box there or even put a chair there. If that's too low, you feel like you're going to fall over, then raise it up, so that maybe you're going towards the edge of a table or a higher box. You're looking for a height that doesn't feel like you're going to fall over. So I'm just holding the weight and I'm going to sit back like I'm looking for a chair. Kind of keeping looking forward a little bit. Might choose a color or something obvious on the wall in front of me to keep my eyes on. Other variations, I could drop the weight between my feet. It's all pretty much the same though. From the front, dropping down, kind of looking over at the camera, over at you guys, holding the weight up here. I could make it asymmetrical loading. I could hold the weight on my right side so that when I go down, my body has to stabilize and not let me fall over to the right. So as I go down, that weight's trying to drag me this way. I have to be upright. If this exercise constantly feels like you're going to fall over, take a step back and check out our video on squatting facing the wall. The wall is going to be a nice limiter as far as showing you what your mobility and your control is like. And that might help show you the depth that you need for something behind you, whether it's a box or a chair. So give this a go. Don't worry about looking perfect. Hold a weight. As long as it's not painful, go up and down, up and down. There might be a couple things that happen, like knees coming in or bending forward. Choose a weight that allows you to stay upright. If that's your body weight, stick with that. If your knees are coming in, I'm not too worried about it. Maybe, you might worry about it if it's happening right at the beginning, but probably more with a single leg. That's more a predictor for injury risk. If it's coming down though, if it's happening towards the bottom, you just might have some mobility issues somewhere else or some control issues. One of the quick ways to check if it's a control issue might be to put a band around your knees. As you go down, don't let that band pull your knees in. And you're kind of directing them somewhat over big toe, second toe, up and down, and focusing generally in that sort of 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock direction. As far as width, forward, straight, do what's comfortable for you and your mobility. You might find a really wide stance is useful, narrow. I would recommend just going for whatever stance you use to get in and out from a chair or a bench or getting out of bed, something like that. Give this a go. High volume, low load to start with. Grease the groove, get used to what this technique feels like. If you like this video, then please hit like below. Otherwise, to check out more of our content in the future, you can subscribe to our channel by clicking our logo over here. And to check out our latest video, click up here.